The Rocket Review is sponsored by Why Not Saloon.
We're so pleased to have on the show country music and bluegrass singer, songwriter. He's also got his own TV show. Oh, and he acts also. Jimmy Bowen. Jimmy, you do it all.
I try to.
I've had so many artists on over the years, and they're like going, you need to get Jimmy on the show. Just for all the great music you do and the touring and your highway song.
Yes.
Let's talk about that to where, that's been doing great.
It's doing real well for us.
On Texas radio.
It's on Texas radio. It's on the Texas charts right now, and doing real well. Still on the charts right now. So we're riding high on it.
You are a busy man. I feel like I'm kind of slacking when I talk with you, Jimmy. When I look at all the things you're doing with your music, with your band, with everything else, and also we were talking to where we used a local studio to record your singles, and you're doing like a new song a month.
Yeah, we do a lot. We do with the television show. We're able to film. We do 2 songs each show,
right.
So we film the seasons are 12 long, so we're doing 24 new songs every season, and so we do 2 seasons a year.
Right.
So there's 48 different songs.
And you're in your 9th season now.
We're 9th season now is airing. It just started in October.
And then January, you're going to be recording your 10th season.
10th season, yes.
And you're going to be recording it at the Troubadour.
Right. We film at the Troubadour Theater here in Nashville, right across from Opryland Hotel. They're over there where they had the Midnight Jamboree.
Right.
And,
I love that theater.
Yeah, it's a great theater. We love it over there. And we're very appreciative for them to let us come in. It's kind of been our home for the last couple seasons.
Yeah.
We used to film at the Ride Now rehearsal studio in Murfreesboro.
I remember that.
We made a little change, and it's been great. And it's more of a live thing. I'm a live guy.
Yes.
So I like it live. When we had this meeting, I told my production manager and the producer of the show, I said, I'm going to be your worst nightmare with the shows because I want them live. So I looked at Tony, the production manager. I said, if you hear a beer bottle drop, just edit it out or do what you got to do because I want it live.
That's live.
I like it live.
But I think that's so great too. And I mean, once again, I know you from your music. Certainly your huge music background. With Continental Divide and with the Country Gentlemen and everything that you toured with over the years. But also now with the Jimmy Bowen Band that has done so well. And so you're out on the road, and I mean, you've shared the stage with major artists, and now, you're going out and you're with like Exile and with T. Graham Brown. And not a bad gig, Jimmy.
No, it's not.
This could work out for you.
Well, I hope it does. It's been a long time, but it's very flattering for me though. It's very flattering for me, especially with Exile, and especially I have a real strong tie with Exile and William Lee Golden.
Right.
William Lee Golden and I have become very good friends, and I respect him. I go over to his house, and he's one of those gentlemen you just can't get away from. The last time I was there, I said, hey, I only got about an hour to kill, and it was like 6 hours later I left and went home. You just can't get away from
his paintings.
Oh, I know. Yeah, his paintings and he and I share a little mutual thing. My father gave me a 1956 Epiphone guitar, Sunburst.
Right, pre-Gibson.
Pre-Gibson, and so he showed me his, and all the kids, from Rusty to Chris and all of them, just tore it all apart when they were growing up, but he had it redone.
Wow.
His was a 57, and I said, my dad gave you, so I sent him a picture of it. So we have a real bond there. It's really, really cool. It's really an honor that people like that's the way I look at it, because, I am that artist, but it's really flattering when guys on the level of Exile and T and William Lee Golden, we have that camaraderie now, and it's very flattering to me because.
Well, but I got to brag on you because in 2019 you also got into the old time country music Hall of Fame as well.
Yeah.
And so you've gotten awards. You've been acknowledged, Jimmy.
Yeah.
You stand on your own music and everything. Besides the TV show, besides the acting and all that, you're known as a live performer.
Yeah.
And heading up your own band, and you have that credibility now.
Yeah, it's been good, and I'm very, very blessed. That's for sure. So
well,
keep on rocking with it.
I love what you do with your TV show, though. Also, I think it's so great that not only with your band, which is incredible, but with Jimmy Bowen and Friends. I mean, you guys are airing internationally now.
We are international. I'm very blessed with it because with the producer Jeff Mosley, we have it with about 18 different networks now.
Right.
And now,
including Heartland.
Heartland, Family Channel, Strike TV, Country Road TV.
But now you're in the UK.
Now we're in the UK.
And New Zealand.
And it's airing some in Brazil. And so it's really taking off. And now with the way technology is going with the Hulu and Sling and Peacock and Apple, I'm learning where's it going now.
Right.
Where's it going now? And so we're very blessed.
Well, it seems like to me also, once again, just thinking out of the box, Jimmy, it seems like that's going to kind of add to the tour then.
Yeah,
because wherever the TV show is,
right,
the band can go.
Right, and that's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking at. I mean, William Lee and I are talking about, we're doing some shows, and we've done a couple shows already this year, but we're looking at more, and it's kind of like, I came home and told my wife after I spent the day with William, and she was like, what are you guys coaching up? And I said, well, William and I will still about 120 dates, you know, and this was funny. We didn't discuss this earlier, but this is funny. My wife says, she goes, well, at your age, do you think you can do that? And I'm like, no, wait a minute. I said, Mr. William turned 85 this year. I said, I am not going to let him outdo me. We're going to have fun with this, you know.
My gosh.
So it's gonna be fun. But that's what we're looking for.
Well, you know, and what I admire also, Jimmy, that you do with your TV show and with your live touring shows is that not only do you have, you know, legends, you know, on stage and on the TV show with you, but also you bring up and comers.
Yes.
You know, you bring artists that maybe, you know, are independent and don't get acknowledged. And I think it's so great the way that you bring them on and showcase them on your show.
Well, I appreciate that. And that was the whole part of the show. That was the whole idea when I had the idea of doing the television show and wanted to do the show. I wanted it to be, number one, a music variety show.
Which is not easy to do.
Which is not, it's really
especially
not
with
easy
live
to
performance.
do. Right, exactly. And I wanted it to be old country, new country. These artists that they don't get a chance to do some things. Well, I'll give you the opportunity to do this, and have some of the older artists to respect what they've done, the legacy that they've done, but also have different styles of music.
Definitely.
And I had a lot of fun. We had a guy named David Turner on, I believe it was season 8, and I picked him up because he does a lot of fairs. He's a ventriloquist, but he does Johnny Cash and Tammy Wynette, Willie Nelson, and all these guys. And that was so odd because it was like when we did that show, he had his dolls and it was like Child's Play, you know, the movie, you know, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing's going to come out and attack me.
So much fun,
but it was so much fun because he would sing like Tammy Wynette, he'd sing like Willie Nelson, and the band's backing him, and but it was entertaining, and it's different. But I've had
and to be able to showcase
Irish, bluegrass, some rock, some old country, new country, progressive, contemporary Christian artists.
Well, and I got to bring this up too. I got to brag on you because not only are you an incredible singer and songwriter, but also, you know, you're great on guitar and mandolin. And so you switch off between the two.
Yes.
And you have an incredible mandolin in your possession.
Yes, I do. I'm very honored to have it. I bought it when I was with the Country Gentlemen. I was playing upright bass with them, and the mandolin player quit, and Charlie Waller, who was over the band, had the band since the origination, asked me, he said, well, do you want to switch to mandolin? And I didn't have one. I didn't even know how to play one. And so I said, yeah, I'll do that, you know, because I got tired of hauling this big bass fiddle around, right?
So, sounds so good.
So I called Bobby Osborne. He's a very good dear friend of mine, the Osborne brothers, and he had one for sale, and I bought it. It's a 1991. I scraped. I think I could barely make my rent. I came home with this mandolin, and my wife's like, where'd you get that? And I said, well, I spent the rent money on it.
That is such the musician thing, though. It's like going, well, I can eat and have gasoline, or I can get a new mandolin.
Yeah, and I bought the mandolin.
Of course.
You know, walked home.
There's no choice, you know.
But it was modeled after his 22 Fern, and I've had it. Gosh, now I've had it 30 years, 35 years.
Well, and your incredible 74 Martin that you've had since you were a teenager.
Yeah, I bought that. Bought it at a pawn shop for $600 in North Carolina when I was 14 years old. And,
How incredible.
And I've still got it.
Of course, now you're going to have to get some other guitars, you know, because you can't really tour.
Yeah, they make me nervous taking these vintage instruments.
It's not like the old bluegrass days where you could shove it under a car or put it under a picnic table.
That's right, and it's been under many cars, so, you know, at jam sessions.
Well, you know, I was going to bring this up too, talking about The Highway. Yeah, I know you've got a lyric video out for that song also, but it's such a fun song, and it just cooks.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those songs, and certainly you've got the background of the bluegrass and country.
Right.
But you kind of merge it in the highway.
I merge it. That's what I'd like to do, and that's the reason with the band it's so incredible with the guys that I have, that we have the acoustic side. But my steel player, Steve Henson, but he can play dobro. Wow. So if there was a talent buyer there that wanted us to come play but do bluegrass, the only guy I'd have to leave on the bus is Steve Cummings, who's a drummer.
Right.
But everybody else can go acoustically. Yeah. With the music we do,
that's amazing.
That's what I like. And that's what we try to do. And
also you're working with Sonny Lamar from Exile that's producing with you now.
Yes, Sonny Lamar is just, he and I have gotten to be great friends, and we respect each other so much.
Prolific songwriter.
Yes, great songwriter. Has done several songs, and I've gotten in with them as real good friends with the whole band Exile, and J.P. Pennington. He's sent me, I don't know how many songs.
Such good
I've
guys.
cut several Les Taylor songs that Les wrote, and just great bunch of guys. But Sonny has come on. He produces me. He also ramrods the television show behind the scenes. He's such a great producer.
Well, speaking of ramrod, I got to bring up to where not only do you front an incredible band covering country and bluegrass, you've got your own TV show, but you've also done acting and for commercials, for TV, for film. In fact, Jimmy, there was a guy that looked a lot like you in a Toby Keith video.
Yes, they hired me to do a Toby Keith video. "Hope on the Rocks" was a song that he did, and we were filming it in Nashville.
I remember.
And so I got down there.
And so do you still get the calls and everything to do that?
I still get the calls, but what's so funny is that I get the calls with the realization of television. So I started in it because the agent that I had at that time called me and said, have you ever thought about acting? And I said, I don't know, it'd been kind of be interesting, but I've never really thought about it. And he goes, well, you've got this biker jerk look about you. I said, okay, well, if it'll make me $1 or $2 to pay rent, let's go do it. So
and buy a mandolin.
So buy another mandolin. So, so anyway, that's kind of how that ball got started, and actually Nashville.
Because you were on the Nashville show.
I was on Nashville, the drama show, and that actually propelled the acting side, made me SAG, and so which is what you strive for, and so it's been really cool.
You have like 3 careers going simultaneously.
Yeah,
it's a lot. It's a good thing you're a young man and can keep up with this.
I'm young. I'm gonna live to be 150 stay here and aggravate everybody.
Well, and also, for all the instruments too, it's a good thing you got JHS strings.
You have JHS Strings. They were sponsored with our strings, and that's a good company too to be with. So
I'll tell you what, but I love everything you're doing. Your music always sounds incredible, Jimmy, and with the Highway doing so well, and on the charts with Texas radio and everything else, I think it's going to go on the charts, internationally. But also your TV show, with Jimmy Bowen and Friends, and with acting and everything else. I want to make sure for our viewers, for everything you've got going, because we're in season 9 of the TV show, with season 10 coming.
Coming up.
Where do they need to go for everything Jimmy Bowen?
What we have done is we've got a website, jimmybowen.com, and you can go there, and everything on the website is there. The TV shows are there. There's a TV menu you can punch down, and you'll see all 8 seasons, full 8 seasons, and the 9th season we gradually put on there because the networks want to air it, and then we air it.
Totally.
It's on there, but we have it on YouTube. It's all, exactly. But you can go there, and a lot of people ask me and say, where can we see your show? Well, under that menu, there's a TV affiliates down at the bottom, and just click on it.
So smart.
And it pops them all up, even the apps that we know of right now that carry the show, like CM&T over in the UK. And I have this little slogan that I do for people. On the website, I lead you to the door, and underneath each one of those networks is a link. You press on that link, it takes you to that link.
Well, I want to know also then, do you have also with the tour, because I know with William Lee Golden and with T. Graham Brown and everything too, with Jimmy Bowen Band, it's like, are your show dates on there also?
We will be putting show dates on there as they come in.
Because you're already planning for next year.
Yeah, we're planning for next year, and we'll have the touring schedule as they come in.
I don't know how you're going to juggle it all, and doing new songs, in the recording studio.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. So, plus I do other things outside the music thing too. So, but it's kind of, it's interesting.
Well, I tell you what though, what always impresses me, Jimmy, is how you're able to chase your passion, with the music, with your show, with your TV show, and with the acting, and also help others while you do it. With other artists and everything, and you just keep giving back.
Well, we try.
And I think that's why you're being so successful now.
Well, like I said, we're very blessed with it, and we just kind of want to keep this train rolling.
I think the 10th season is going to be the biggest one. That's kind of an anniversary.
It's kind of anniversary, and it was like we had a real exciting moment in season 9 because for me it was because we had Jim Lauderdale, which is he was on the show, but his show happened to be the 100th episode.
Wow.
Which was really cool. The networks even gave me permission to even air it on our on our website before they aired it
How
because
incredible.
it was the 100th.
Well, and I mean, what
and I
a
thought that's
name
kind of cool
in Americana music.
Yeah, in Americana music. Jim's great, fabulous writer, and just a
great
person. He's a great person.
Yeah, and he and Buddy with the radio show.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope they do okay.
I do hope they do. I hope they do.
I think it could work out for them,
But
too.
that was really exciting. And I sit back and I think, golly, 100 shows. That's crazy. Never really thought we'd made it that far, but we did.
I'm not surprised at all. Be sure and check it out, though. Check out all the music, the digital online and everything. I know Jimmy's going to be doing some CD singles also with artwork and incredible stuff. He's got a lyric video out for The Highway. I love this song. Check out his TV show as well, Jimmy Bowen and Friends. And you never know where you may see him on a TV show, in a film, on a commercial. Jimmy Bowen is everywhere, and I'll tell you what, I'm glad he's here on the show. It's so good to have you in.
Thank you so much. It's been fun.
Congrats on all the success, Jimmy.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
The Rocket Review is sponsored by Why Not Saloon.